Hello. Hey guys, welcome to Healthy Life with Kimmi. How's it going? Today I'm just doing a video about it's like a vent, I guess. I don't know. I just wanted to talk it out with you all. This is not the first time I had this thought, but today I decided to go ahead and put it in video. So, for those of you who don't know, I'm on a healthy weight loss journey, myself and my husband. And I come periodically, share different tips with you, different food finds, and like today we just gonna have some conversation about weight, okay? So it all goes together. So this happened, I got two stories in one. The first story happened a few months back. I just didn't mention it. Like I said, I was going to, I changed my mind. The first story, I went to a store, I forgot the name of it. We never shopped there. I really forgot. I want to say H&M, something like that. We bought something online. Actually, Jeffrey did. We went to take it back, and I was looking for the plus size section. Well, plus size was all the way at the top. I was at this fancy mall of Georgia. Plus size was all the way at the top, all the way at the back. So I had to go up an escalator, then all the way at the back as if it was hidden or something, right? So that was a little frustrating that day. I don't know why I just felt like everybody else. Oh, it's Forever 21. That's the store. That's the store. They do sell plus size now. Back in the day, they didn't even used to sell plus size stuff. So I'm in the store and I'm looking for plus size. Like I said, so I had to go upstairs all the way in the back. I got up there. They had a few things, not a huge selection. You may like Forever 21. I really think it was Forever 21. But all stores, we know they have to have signs to tell you, they have to have signs so you can know plus size, junior, extra small, petite, whatever, men's, women, children. They have to have signs. But I don't know. I just had a feeling that day when I walked in the store, like, why is the plus size all the way up here, all the way in the back? And somebody's bound to say, well, Macy's is like that, or other stores tend to also, you have to have separation. I get that. But I just felt some kind of way that day. So today I'm shopping. I went to Ross, and it was this lady. She was taller. She wasn't the skinniest person in the room. And she kind of made a comment. She said, oh, I didn't realize I was over here. And I was in the plus size area. If you can't tell, I'm plus size. And I don't have a problem with that. I really don't. But she was like, oh, I didn't realize I was over here. And then she made eye contact with me right before she said what she said to her friend. She was like, oh, I didn't realize this was the big girl section. And that bothered me. I just looked at her like, really? Now, it really wasn't nothing probably wrong with her saying that, but just imagine if I had a real issue with my weight, and here once again somebody talking about the big girl section. I was just thinking about different names we call each other, and nowadays it's popular to be on the thicker side. We use terms like fluffy, pleasantly thick, etc. Because I call myself fluffy sometimes, or I'll say plus. I don't mind saying plus size, like I said. I really don't, but I don't like somebody else saying it. You got that family member or whatever. It could be a child or anybody. You can call them a name, your brother or sister, but can't nobody else call them a name, right? And that's kind of how I felt today. I was just like, and the way she said it was like, oh, I didn't realize I was here. So how do you guys feel about titles, and does it bother you when somebody calls you plus or big girl or chunky or fluffy, or what title do you prefer? I mean, do they need to put a title on it at all? Why couldn't she say, oh, I realize this is not my size? Now, to me, she could have just said that, oh, you know what, I realize that's not my size. Now, the reverse is true, too. As a larger person, sometimes I'm like, oh, this is for tiny people. Oh, this is for skinny people. And skinny people, equally, as I've mentioned in a previous video when I first started my channel, they don't like it when you talk about their weight either. Oh, girl, you look like a twig. And sometimes you guys may even hear me joke on here and say I got a lot of junk in my trunk. I can say that, but I don't want nobody else saying it. You know what I mean? So I was just like, again, I don't know how I felt. And having always been made to feel as though I was larger than my siblings, and I was, but not so much so that I felt it should be an issue when I go back and look at pictures. I just don't. So whenever, I hear terms and I hear people call a child fat, I don't like it. I know it could be a term of endearment, especially in the culture, a Spanish culture, gorda, la gordita, el gordo, fat, the big one. It's even a show in Spanish called El Gordo y la Flaca. He's fat, she's thin, skinny. And when I first was starting to learn a little Spanish, I was like, why is that show called Gordo y Flaca? But I realized, like I said, and it's a term of endearment. Guys, I'm looking at myself. I'm feeling really cute and thin. I can tell I'm really losing. When I got on the scale this morning, I was still like 27 pounds down. So, anyway, I'm really hoping to hit 30 soon. I'm going to do a jig, y'all. I'm going to be dancing when I do 30. So, like I said, it's a term of endearment. My dad used to call me Big Bertha. And I didn't really think anything of it until one day I was talking with somebody, and they were like, he called you what? And it was just like Bert, or so I thought about it after. they were just so surprised and so shocked, like, really? But my dad had little nicknames for all of us, and I didn't think anything of it. My dad loved me to death. My dad never talked about my weight. Never. I can count once or twice if he even just kind of was like, just kind of be careful, something like that. Now, my mother, now she'll tell you in a heartbeat, girl, you need to lose that weight. Girl, you got such a pretty face, but how about that one, y'all? That's a whole nother video. You got such a pretty face, but if you just, have you thought about, I thought about losing weight. You don't think I woke up and saw I need to lose some weight? People say stuff like that. Have you thought about if you lost a few pounds? You don't think I thought about that my whole life? All these decades I've been living? So it's just kind of funny, when we think about titles and the way you're made to feel. Like I said, and like I said, my dad had that little name for me. It wasn't all the time, but that was his term of endearment. I knew what it was. That was sweet to me. Everybody had a little nickname, And for somebody else, that was offensive. I sure hope I ain't lost, because I'm trying to get to where I'm going. And it's not working out that way. Oh, I think it's taking me. I'm trying to go to eat some chicken salad chick. I love chicken salad chick, if I ain't told y'all that before. I think I'm coming up to where I need to go, though. So I'm trying to get the chicken salad chick, and I cut the GPS off so I can do this video. But anyway, do you have a nickname that your parents called you, or that bothered you? You just couldn't say
in a quarter mile, turn left onto the ramp to Snellville.
Oh, you hear the GPS. It's telling me how to go. Do you have a nickname that your parents called you? Some people go by Tank. And like I said, hey, fat girl, fat boy. And I know people with those nicknames too. Fat boy. I mean,
turn left onto the ramp to Snellville, then merge onto Ronald Reagan Parkway.
I don't like it, y'all. And I just think we got to be careful what we call ourselves, what the verbiage that we use to ourselves. Sometimes I can be harsh on myself, and my husband's like, no. He is very quick to check me on that. I had something negative to say. And it was so funny. Last week, I had a few friends over. Actually, my friend had a few friends over to my house. And she said, all her friends was like, wow, they really liked my hair, because I just did it. And it did look pretty cute. But it wasn't my normal way I like to wear it. And every time somebody would say something about my hair, and this one person heard everybody complimenting it, and I was like, oh, but this, oh, but that. She was like, just take the compliment. Can you just take the compliment? So I was like, we got to find a flaw or something wrong with ourselves. And I was when I was in Ross, It was this beautiful song on the radio, something to the effect, I wrote it down, but I didn't, of course, forgot to look at it before I hit play, but I'm beautifully flawed or something like that. And it was so beautiful. Oh, the song, Beautifully Broken. I think it was Beautifully Broken. And I was like, oh, that's such a beautiful song. I'm beautifully broken. And a lot of times I walk in a room and I feel great. I ain't gonna lie. I'm usually sometimes the largest, okay? It just seemed like that. But I don't let that stop me from doing nothing. In my teenage years, I was probably like, when I was like, say 20, 21. When I met my husband, I probably was like a 14, 16. Okay, I wasn't a stick when I met him. Anyway, and my friend would used to say, girl, you walk in a room like you a size 2. Because I walk in, hey, what's up? Where the party at? How y'all doing? I've always been like that. Even now, I don't let my weight stop me. I don't let nobody make me feel bad about it. People will try it. One day I was out with a few group of friends and somebody was grabbing my arm, like the fat on my back of my arm, you know, my underarm. Like, ooh. And I was like, really? So now I'm past that stage, you know, where it's like you can do whatever you want to me and say whatever you want. And I think, now I have to check you. I have to check you. I ain't gonna cut you, but I'm gonna check you. And that comes from after losing my mom. After losing my mom, I had learned I had to really speak up for myself because my mom used to be my sounding board before I want to pop off on somebody. And I'm not a popper offer, really. I'm talking a little bit more smack than normal, but I can, and my mom would be like, okay, Kim, did they really mean it like that? You know, she was, despite what people think, my mom really was a reasonable person. They may not think so, but she really was. My mother was very reasonable because she's like, hey, maybe they were having a bad day. Maybe this. Can you let it go? You know, despite, because my mother, she ain't mince words. She said what she said and she meant what she said. One of them kind of people. So, you know, so all that being said, you know, I have a lower tolerance now for people talking about my weight, okay? And I've been very clear with my husband, with myself even. The last person that was going to talk about my weight where it made me feel bad was going to be my mom. That was it. It was going to be my mom. And I have one more story I have to share with you all. And I think I might have mentioned this one already. But for those who may be new, and since we're talking about it, I have one more thing that happened to me really quick. I was with a group of friends, and somebody was telling a story, and their sister was, I guess, on the larger side, but because of some accident, some tragedy, whatever happened, she lost a lot of weight. So the person looks at me and they say, don't be offended by what I'm about to say. Now, you know, when somebody say that, you already got your ears up, perked up, and you like, you know you about to offend me, so why you about to say it? So this person said, don't be offended by what I'm about to say, but my sister used to be your size. Okay, so what's wrong with that? Okay, what's wrong with that? Now, I would have liked it better if the person had said, my sister used to be larger, and because of what happened, she lost some weight. She lost a lot of weight. But why you got to compare my weight? What does my weight have to do anything with your sister? And I was terribly offended by that. Now, that's before I lost my mom, and before I became like, let me put my hands on the wheel, put my dukes up. But why you have to say that? Why you have to make the comparison? I mean, just say what happened to your sister, you know? And the person is funny because you could always find a flaw in somebody else. You know, somebody's skinny, somebody's darker skin, somebody hair is shorter, somebody don't have no hair, somebody got acne. You know, you could always find a flaw with somebody. All of us are perfectly broken, like the song I was saying earlier. But I didn't dare say, well, you know, your hair.
In a quarter mile, turn left onto Scenic Highway North.
You know, I didn't dare say, like, your hair such and such and such. You know what I'm saying? Or my hair, if my hair looked like that, or my sister used to have long hair, but now it looks like yours. You know, not cool. So I just went on this little tangent with y'all today, but I just really wanted to have that conversation, you know, again, about the names. How do you feel about these different names I mentioned earlier? You know, fluffy, fat girl, fat boy. And it's a whole line called fat Baby Fat. Even when Baby Fat came out, I was like, but it was hip hop spelled P-H-A-T. I was like, why it's gotta be fat? You know, so if you're larger on the larger side, it's certain terms and stuff that could be a trigger. Is my whole point of this video. So again, that lady today, I felt that, and she knew she was wrong, because I could tell in the way we made eye contact. I could tell. She knew it. And she ain't bothering me none, because I was still getting ready to buy what I need to buy. And oh, this video gonna be long, because I have one more thing too, and that's what got me to think about doing a video today anyway. So I have lost 27 pounds. So my typical size before was a 26, no, not 26, 24, 22, 24, 20 to 22, something like that. I'm never a straight go and buy it. I'm the same thing every day. Like some people are size 8, they can go buy any size 8 and it works. Not the case for the kid. My body is so different. So I might wear 8 today, but I mean, not an 8. Guys, y'all know I'm tripping. I just said 8. I've never worn an 8, probably when I was 2 years old. But anyway, so I've lost 27 pounds. So I'm no longer a 3X. I hardly can wear 2Xs, okay, quite frankly. But I'm really between like a 1 and a 2X, just depending on how it's made. So my natural thing though, when I go in the store, is I still go to the 3X. I still go to 22, 24s. And I'm picking it up. I'm like, Kim, you're not that size anymore. Why I do that, I don't know. It's mental. It's mental. And then when I pick it up, like I said, I'm looking at it, I'm like, that's too big. Has that ever happened to you? So I got to change. And I hear people when they lose a lot of weight, and this ain't my
At the light, turn left
weight.
onto Scenic Highway North, then turn right.
This ain't my first time losing weight. I lost weight before throughout the years, but this is the first time I've been this consistent and this much. I'm usually like a 10-pound loser, 10-pound gainer, 10-pound loser, 10-pound gainer. So to actually be almost at 30, your girl is doing it. Now, I don't know if y'all saw the video about Jeffrey losing 40. So he didn't pass me. I know people like, what? But it's good. I'm happy. I'm happy for my husband. I'm happy for his weight loss. But anyway, back to the story. So I got to change my mind also to where my body is, you know. And I hear people say that when they lose a lot of weight on all these shows and stuff, because you still walk in there, like I said, picking up a larger size and you're really smaller. And I don't think I do it just so I can see, you know, and say, well, how much I lost. I'm like, I used to wear that, but now I wear this. I don't do it for that reason. It's just mental. I've been wearing 22s, 24s, and all that for about 15 years. You know? Now, I will admit, it feels good to buy a 1X or even just an X large, okay? Because it's a little difference between 1X and X large. So I ain't gonna lie, it does feel good. So, you know, I'll show y'all some stuff I bought maybe one day. I do so many returns because I'm like, I don't really need that, or change my mind about it. So if I get a couple of really cute outfits, I'll show y'all. But anyway, that's my rant for today. I hope you're having a great day wherever you are, whenever you're watching this. And until next time, this is Healthy Life with Kimmi. I got to make my left turn. Well, I got stuck at the light. I got stuck. All right. Anyway, guys, until next time, this is Healthy Life with Kimmi. Bye.